the Shaman, the Ancestor, and the Pole Star, the first 3 cards in the journey in the Wildwood. Hey everybody, April here on Tarot and Witchery, and I thought I would share along the way some of the rough cuts, and I mean these are rough cuts, my just raw thoughts on these cards as I encounter them. So let's take a little journey together and tell me what you're thinking about your journey. How are you coming across these cards? What do they mean for you? And I'm at the river really looking at these cards for the first time. It's February 2nd. And here's the Shaman. And the first thing I notice is that on his cloak that he's wearing out of animal skins, that we see Cornunus there and an altar at his feet. His feet are bare on the ground, and then you see that he has these hag stones, one up there and one there. He's wearing a torque showing that he belongs to someone, to something. Carries his staff, with the bear on his head. And I find it interesting that he's got the bear on his head and then the horned god on his clothing. He seems to be wearing the skins of a deer. I'm really drawn into the wildness of him. Like, look at the wildness in his face, as though he's very seriously, and even the bear is very seriously connecting with you, connecting with the earth. The shamanic work that I have been a part of has been pretty intense over the years. Not something foofy. And when I look at this card, I really am reminded of how our shamanic journeys are deep journeys to retrieve parts of ourself. And I feel like the Wildwood this year is kind of offering me that in a sort of surreptitious way, because I get to do that through the cards instead of head on. But I'm looking forward to what comes through. I have him flanked on the left with the Ancestor. And I really feel a feminine energy here with the crescent in the background, the nod to the goddess there. The shaman's drum, which she has and is beating with a bone. For me, it's powerfully linked to that shamanic energy. So here we have the shaman, and yet the Ancestor is the shaman, is the current embodiment, the female embodiment to me. That's what I see among the birch trees. I love those birch trees. Her blue gown, which denotes priestesshood. And this is the card of Imbolc. So again, the time of hope, the time of deep winter, and yet the time of change. And then over here to the Pole Star, I love that up above we see the turning of the world, the turning of the seasons, that time changes and moves forward. And in the midst of all this, we find the traveler entering the Wildwood, guided by the North Star. I haven't even read anything yet, but I'm just struck by the 3 of these together, that I'm invited at this time as I take this journey to allow myself to move forward in belief, because over here I feel like there's a measure of trust and belief being called forward by something that is known, that North Star, what is always there, and then also being called inward by the Ancestor, the one who's walked before, carries all the ancient knowledge and wisdom, and myself, the shaman, the one who takes the journey all the way through, and that it's a wild journey into the Wildwood. One of the things that really strikes me about this deck that drew me in was just how primal it is, how beyond words the pictures seem to draw me into a place that I understand within myself, that that feels as though I know something of this world, about this world, and beyond this world at the same time. There's a level of assurance on my path here when I look at these cards, when I feel my way into them. They feel as though They guide me to a space that I've always known and always longed for. As some of you may know, I spent some time on the reservation, and so when I see that shamanic drum and I see the shaman as my guide, I do feel like I'm coming home. I feel as though I'm being offered such a gift this year to revivify a part of myself from my youth, a part of myself from my ancestry, and a part of myself that is the crone that I'm becoming. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm wondering how each of you are feeling about the cards if you're doing the Wildwood journey with us.